Quick episode recap. When Ruby applies to be a part of a large-scale idol recruitment project, Aqua ruthlessly destroys her chances of becoming an idol by secretly withdrawing her from the competition, stating he won't let her follow I's footsteps. However, Ruby refused to give up and later comes home with an offer by a scout to join an underground idol group instead. This concerns Aqua and Miyako, so he approaches and questions a member of the idol group, under the guise of a scout from Strawberry Productions. Hearing her frustrations about the management, its blatant favoritism, and bleak future prospects, they decided it was unsafe for Ruby. Instead, Strawberry Productions will revive its own idol project, and Miyako convinces Ruby to join their agency. The reluctant Aqua heads to the director's place to work, and the director questions whether he will pursue acting. Aqua states he isn't talented enough, and would rather work behind the scenes. In truth, his motive for joining the entertainment industry is not pure, as he wishes to hunt down his father, who is responsible for I's death. Despite everything, the director sees Aqua's secret longing to be an actor, and encourages him to keep trying. The siblings later apply for a high school that offers performing arts classes, and they end up reuniting with Kana, the genius child actress. She is overjoyed to see Aqua again, but gets shocked to know he joined the general education department. Ruby is the one joining the performing arts, and Aqua only followed after out of concern for her. Ruby whispers how much she dislikes Kana, but she really isn't trying to cover her voice, so her greeting only works to irritate her. Aqua excuses himself and leaves, but Kana follows after him, pestering him with questions about his situation to get to know him better. She thought he still does acting, but is saddened by his denial. He continues his walk, but Kana insists they go somewhere private to chat, even resorting to inviting him to her own room. She doesn't have much choice as she wants to be careful with her public image as a celebrity. Catching on, Aqua invites her to the director's place. The director's offhand comment that he hadn't seen her in a while stabs at her ego. While Aqua works, Kana asks why he continues to visit the director, if not for learning acting skills. He admits that while he was taught the basics, he'd rather work behind the scenes as his assistant. Regardless, she is relieved to hear that Aqua is still in the industry. While eating dinner together, Kana jabs at the director, stating she's surprised he still leeches off his parents. Unlike him, her parents have retired to the countryside, and she lives by herself eating takeout. It ought to be fairly costly, but Kana has tons of savings from her time as a child actor, so she doesn't mind. The topic shifts to Aqua, and Kana asks the director for some past videos of his acting, but Aqua interferes, stating he realized he has no talent for acting, and refuses to relive the memories of it. If she wants to see him act, she'd have to convince him into it. Challenge accepted. Kana playfully explains she's the female lead in a project that currently has unfilled roles, and offers to ask the producer to give Aqua a spot. It's a drama based on a shoujo manga called I'll Go With Sweet Today, and Aqua recognizes the title. Feeling his interest, Kana scoots closer and tries to sell him a position, mentioning that the producer, Masaya, has a soft spot for her. His name immediately catches his attention. In a flashback, Aqua gathered together the 3 phones I left behind to investigate their use and contacts. Of them, only one was used prior to her becoming pregnant. He had to search hard for a usable battery for this old phone model, but the real challenge was figuring out her passcode. For a long time, he would spend any free time he had guessing, until one day, 4 years later, he finally cracked the code. This phone contained emails and phone numbers of dozens of people within the entertainment circle, and among them is the producer, Masaya. Kana is rambling on about the cute appearance of the male lead, and Aqua blurts out that he wants in, creating some strange misunderstandings about his sexuality. She's excited to see him act, and immediately contacts the producer to recommend Aqua, and he allows it as a favor to her. In reality, he doesn't care who gets the role. Later, Ruby is surprised to learn that Aqua will star in a TV drama, and is reminded of I's final words to them, that she looked forward to him becoming an actor. But he doesn't have such lofty ambitions, only seeking to collect DNA from those I interacted with. Ruby recognizes the manga the show's based on, and Miyako explains that Aqua will play the villain in the final episode. Ruby thinks he fits his role perfectly, stating he does have a sinister-looking face. The girls decide to watch some of the released episodes, but the terrible acting from the cast leaves much to be desired. At Ruby's blunt criticism at the horrendous film, Miyako explains it's likely the actors are only there to be promoted. Kana is informed about their discussion, and she gets furious at Ruby's criticisms. She ruefully explains that the show is meant to target the female demographic, which is why it features talentless models that companies want to promote. But to balance that out, Kana, a well-known actress, was cast as a lead. To not overshadow her co-stars, she has no choice but to hold back and match their terrible acting. The show is purely for sales, ruining the quality of the story. Remembering the look of utter disappointment the author had when she visited the set, Kana hopes to make the show watchable, even at the cost of her reputation. To her, communication skills are more important, reflecting that her egotistical behavior as a child made her quickly fall out of favor as an actress, and she had to slowly climb back up. Her learning to be more flexible is what got her her current role, though Kana also boasts her looks wouldn't lose to any models. With that said, she informs him of the cramped production schedule and hands him the script. Kana finally understands why the director recruited Aqua into his film all those years ago, and pleads with Aqua to help her make a good show together. Reviewing the script with the film, he notes that the production crew and Kana have truly done their best to make the show bearable, despite the bad acting. With a quality crew and an immensely talented actress, Aqua feels there's still a chance to make it shine. On the day of filming, Kana informs him that due to budget and time restraints, they only get one practice run prior to the actual shooting. The show's male lead, Melt Narushima, greets Kana while complaining about filming in bad weather. She introduces Aqua to him, but Melt rudely dismisses and walks past him. She consoles Aqua, saying arrogance is common among rising stars, and she ends up bashing on her past self. When she notices the producer's approach, Kana pushes Aqua to him, and he quickly introduces himself. Watching Masaya walk away, Aqua is intent on learning about his relationship with Ai, looking for a chance to collect a DNA sample from him. Rehearsal is about to begin, and Aqua ironically plays the role of a stalker, the cause of Ai's death. They proceed to go through the scene, but it gets interrupted midway when a drop of water falls on Melt's face. During their break, Kana compliments Aqua's acting, but he brushes it off as something anyone can achieve with practice. Regardless, Kana recognizes his acting as one built over a long period of practice, and sincerely appreciates it. It's her first big role in over a decade, so she wants to give it her all. People gossip that she has stopped acting, but in reality, she was still training hard behind the scenes. The thought of giving up crossed her mind many times, but she finally feels her efforts are starting to pay off, and is glad she didn't quit. In that line of thought, she is happy to see Aqua still working as well, finding solace that someone has also been struggling alongside her in this industry. While on break, Masaya and a staff member are having a discussion outside. Aqua was also there, hidden from view, waiting. The staff informs Masaya that Kana has been helping around a lot, and he reflects that she is someone convenient to have around. She is always flattering others, so he considers Kana a pushover that will be happy with any given role. In addition, she is a freelancer without an agency, but her name is well known, so not only is she cheap to hire, but they can leverage her fame as easy promotion. As he collects the cigarette stub left behind, Aqua pities Kana, who isn't recognized for her earnest efforts. But since he's here on a job, he decides to support her and go all out.